Hello my dear student friends. So in this video lecture we will be discussing about mesh analysis for AC circuits. Okay. So up till now we have seen the circuit or example in which only the resistors and DC voltage sources were there. So in this example we are going to see the different components, that is nothing but a resistor, inductor and capacitor, and to which we are going to apply a AC source. Is that fine? So let us mesh analysis for DC circuit. In a similar manner we are going to apply this as to this circuit as well. Okay, so remember that the current, let us assume the current directions as in a clockwise direction. So let us say this is your I1 and this is nothing but your I2. Is that fine? Okay. Now let us apply in a similar manner, applying KVL to loop number 1. Is that fine? So let us apply KVL to loop number 1. So voltage source is of 5 angle 0. Okay. So as like our resistor, you just consider that the current is entering from this point. So it is going to create a voltage drops like this. The current is going to enter from this point and it is going to leave from this one. The current I1 is flowing in a downward direction and I2 is flowing in a opposite direction. Both are opposite in direction to each other, right? So as we used to apply KVL in case of your simple resistive network, so in a similar manner we are going to apply it to the AC circuit as well. So 5 volt, let us say 5 volt is a voltage source. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but your voltage source. Okay, so right now this is nothing but a variable voltage source, that is AC voltage source. Okay, so J4 is nothing but the resistor offered by the inductor. Is that fine? So it is nothing but an imaginary resistor, that is nothing but a JXL, isn't it? I hope you are aware about XL. Yes, what is XL? 2 pi FL. Okay, so 2 pi FL is nothing but XL, and that is nothing but it is represented over here as J4. Okay, so you write it as, you remember this as J4 is nothing but the imaginary resistance offered by the inductor. Okay, so this is nothing but, as this is a inductor, as this is a resistor offering an imaginary resistor, so J4 into J4 into I1 plus, now the 6 ohm resistor is there, so from that 6 ohm resistor two currents are flowing, right? I1 and I2, and both are in opposite direction, so that we need to take its subtraction. Is that fine? Okay, now club the terms of I1 as you used to do it. So 6 plus J4 is the value of I1, right? So I have clubbed this J4 and this 6 together. Now this is nothing but creating a one complex term, isn't it? So it is right now creating the complex term. Okay, and what is the remaining term? Minus 6I2. Is that fine? So this is nothing but your equation number, let us say 1. Okay, so this is your equation number 1. Is that fine? Okay, now let us go for the next, applying KVL to loop number 2. Okay, so let us apply KVL to loop number 2. So in that loop number 2 there is no voltage source, so we are going to write it that directly as 0. Is that fine? Okay, now let us write so J3 I2 plus 2 I2 and plus 6 I2 minus I1. Is that fine? Okay, now again the rearrange the terms. 0 is equals to, now club the terms of I2. So we have 6 over here, then 2I2 is there and J2. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is nothing but 8i2 8i2 plus j3i2 minus 6i1. Is that fine? Okay, so our final equation will be resulting as 0 is equals to, I am going to write it over here, 0 is equals to 8 plus j3 into i2 minus 6i1. Okay, so again rearrange this equation. So minus j6 plus 8 plus j3 i2. Okay, so mark this as equation number 2. Is that fine? Great. We have equation number 1 as 5 angle 0 is equals to 6 plus j4 i1 minus 6i2. This was your equation number 1, and the equation number 2 is 0 is equals to minus 6i1 plus 8 plus j3 i2, isn't it? So this was your equation number 2. Okay, now let us make i1 terms common. Okay, so let us make i1 terms common. So let us multiply by this 6 to equation number 1. So multiplying by 6 to equation number 1 and multiplying by this bracket to equation number 2. Okay, so multiplying by 6 plus j4. Is that fine? Okay, so let us write it. So 6 5s are 30. Okay, so let us multiply by 6 to equation number 1. So 6 5s are 30. So as there is no angle for this 6, so directly I am going to write it as it is. Okay, so 6 6 6 are 36 plus 6 4s are 24. Okay, I1. Why we are doing this? Because we want to make I1 terms common, and then we can go for cancelling out this once we are going to add equation number 1 and 2 after modification by multiplying the corresponding factors, right? Okay, so 36 I2. Is that fine? Okay, so this is nothing but your equation, let us say 3, which we have got by multiplying by 6 to equation number 1. Okay, fine. So let us multiply by now 6 plus j4 to equation number 2. Okay, so 0 into anything is 0, so because of that it is going to become 0. Minus 6 into bracket, let us say this is nothing but 6 plus j4 will be as it is into I1 minus it's 8 plus j3 into bracket of 6 plus j4. Now we need to do this bracket expansion. Okay, so 0 is equals to minus of, now let it be minus at outside of this bracket so that we can cancel out this bracket totally. Okay, so 6 6 are 36 plus j24 I1. So I hope we have got the I1 values same. Okay, now let us do the expansion of this bracket. So 8 6 are 48 plus 8 4s are 32 plus, now let us multiply by j3 to this bracket. So j 18, 6 3s are 18 plus, now it is going to become j square, no? So j into j square, and 3 12 3 4s are 12. Is that fine? Okay, now remember that j square is equals to minus 1. Okay, so you have to remember this one. So wherever there is a j square, you are going to put it as minus 1. Okay, so 0 is equals to minus of this bracket 48. What is the addition of 32 and 18? It is going to become J50, and now this is minus 12. Okay, so we have added these J terms, and this J square we have replaced by minus 1. Okay, so therefore it is becoming minus 12. Okay, so this is becoming minus 12, isn't it? Okay, so 0 is equals to minus of 36 plus J24 into I1 minus, now this 48 minus 12, how much it will be? It will be 36 plus J50, isn't it? So let us say this is equation number 4 after modification. Okay, now let us add this equation number 3 and 4 weak 8. Okay, adding equation number 3 and 4 weak 8. So equation 3 we have got is 30 angle 0 is equals to 36 plus J24 I1 minus 36 I2. This was your equation number 3, and equation number 4 was 0 is equals to minus of 36 plus J24 I1 minus into bracket 36 plus J50 into I2. So these are equation number 3 and equation number 4. Now let us add these two equations. Adding equations 3 and 4 we get. Okay, so let us add them together. So 0 added with anything is that value only. So 30 angle 0 is equals to, so this is nothing but going to become 0 minus, okay, now there is no J term for this one. Okay, so we can assume that it is plus J0. Okay, fine. So minus 36 minus 36, it is going to become minus 72, and let us write minus outside of this bracket. Okay, fine. And this is going to become plus J50 I2. Okay, because this minus is going to become minus to this as well as and to this as well as. Okay, so after multiplying by minus 1 inside this bracket of this 36 plus J50, it is going to become minus 36 minus J50. Okay, so that's why I have written this minus outside of this bracket. Is that fine? Okay, now 30 angle 0 is equals to minus of this 72 plus J50 I2. Now we need to have one conversion. So right now this is nothing but a polar form. This is a rectangular form, and this is nothing but a polar form. Okay, so this is called as polar form, and this is nothing but the Cartesian form or rectangular form. Rectangular. Okay, rectangular. So there is one facility to convert the rectangular to polar form. So we need to convert rectangular quantity to polar. Okay, so either we can go by means of, so let us say a plus jb is there. Okay, and you need to convert it into r and theta. Okay, so a plus jb is nothing but a rectangular form, likewise this. Okay, and r and theta is nothing but a polar form. So this is nothing but a rectangular to polar conversion. So we can find out by means of a formula. R can be found out as under root of a square plus b square. Okay, and theta is nothing but given by, theta is given by tan inverse of b divided by a. Is that fine? Okay, so over here for 72 plus j50 is nothing but the value. Okay, so now let us consider r plus j theta. Okay, now even we have if you are having calculator, on that if there is a POL named function is there, if you find it out, then you can check out that the POL can be directly used. Okay, so you can press POL, that means it is going to convert the rectangular quantities in terms of polar. So you are going to mention a comma b. Okay, so in that case also you will be getting directly values as r and theta. Okay, so if you are having MS82 calculator, then in that case you will be getting directly values of r and theta directly. You can calculate it directly. Okay, or else you can calculate it by means of this factor or formulas. Okay, fine. So is it fine? Okay, so let us calculate r and theta, okay, by means of a formula. Now I am interested to find out minus 72 minus j50. I want to convert it into r. So let us find out r is nothing but under root of minus 72, its bracket square, plus minus 50 bracket square. So right now this is nothing but your a and this is your b. Okay, so a minus jb form, minus a minus jb form. Okay, fine. So therefore r can be found out as it's under root of this value. So let me calculate it by means of calculator. Under root of 72 square plus 50 square. So it is giving you under root of 72 square plus 50 square. So it is going to give you 87 point. So the total value, I am going to give a total value as r is coming as r is equals to 87.62. Okay, and let us calculate now theta. So theta is equals to tan inverse of 7b by a, no? So 50 by 72. So let us calculate that as well. So shift tan inverse. So whenever I am going to use the shift and tan, then I will be calculating tan inverse of that particular value. So tan inverse of 50 divided by 72, I will be getting the answer as 34.77. So this is the value in terms of degrees. So it is nothing but 34.77 degree. Okay, so this is nothing but your angle theta. Okay, fine, great. So now we are going to use it in this case. So let us go on the next page. So 30 angle 0 and divided by, that is nothing but your what was the values previous. Let us check out previous page. It is nothing but 87.65 and angle is 34.77. Are you getting it? Okay, so 87.65 and angle is 34.77 is equals to I2, isn't it? Okay, so in that case we can directly do the division of the real terms. Okay, so you can simply divide by r values, that is the real term values you can directly divide. So 30 divided by 87.65, I'll be getting as 0. It is coming as 0.3422. Okay, and we can go for angle calculation as So whenever there is a division of angles, so you can subtract it. So 0 minus 34.77. Remember that whenever the angles are there, you need to go for subtraction in case of division. Is that fine? And if it is multiplication, you need to go for the addition. Okay. So the final value will be 0.3422 and angle is minus 34.77 degrees. This is the value of I2. So remember this value of I2. Okay, is that fine? Now let us put this value of I2 in any of the equation. So let us go to the previous page. Okay, now let us put this value of I2 in equation number, let us say 3. Okay, fine. So let us put it in the equation number 3. Putting value of I2 in equation number 3, we get. Okay, so let us put this value of I2. So the equation number 3 was 30 angle 0 is equals to 36 plus J24 I1 minus, it was 36. Now I2 is nothing but into 0.3422 and angle is minus 34.77. Okay, so let us do the multiplication. Okay, now let us go for the further calculation. So let us this as it is J24 and all those things. So I1 term is as it is. Now let us do the multiplication of 36. So 36 multiplied by 0.34T22. So 36 into 0.3422 is resulting as 12.31. So it is coming as 12.31, and angle it will not alter the angle because the angle is 0 over here. That is, no value means it is simply 0. So it will be as it is. Okay. Now let us take this term to the left hand side. Okay. So 30 angle 0 minus, it is going to become now plus whenever it is coming to the left hand side. So it is going to become 12.31 angle is minus 34.77 is equals to 36 plus J24 I1. Now we cannot directly add these rectangular quantities. Okay, so we need to convert these rectangular quantities into again A plus JB form. So now we are going for conversion of polar to rectangular. So how to convert it? Let us go for directly. R and theta is there. Okay, so this is nothing but your R and this is nothing but your theta, right? 0. So you can calculate A like this: R cos theta and B is equals to J R sin theta. Okay, so let us calculate. R is nothing but what? 30. Cos of 0 is 0. Sorry, cos of 0 is 1. Okay, so this will be giving you 30. Okay, because 30 into cos 0 is 1. Fine. Okay, and what about this then? Because sin theta is 0, so J30 into 0 is going to result to 0. Okay, fine. So let us calculate. Now over here, so R30 can be written as 30 only because B is 0. Okay, so 30 plus J is 0B. Okay, so 30 angle 0 is nothing but resulting as 30. Fine. Okay, and what about this 12.31 angle is minus 34.77. Now let us calculate its A and B. A is equals to 12.31 cos of into bracket minus 34.77. Now let us calculate this. So 12.31 cos of minus 34.77. Is that fine? So its value is 10.11. Its value is coming as 10.11. Is that fine? And let us calculate now B. B is nothing but J R. R is nothing but 12.31 sine of minus 34.77. Okay. So 12.31 sine of minus 34.77. It is coming as minus 7.020. Minus 7.020. Okay. So this is nothing but represented as in the form of 10.11 plus, sorry, it is going to become minus, so 10 minus J 7.020. Okay. So let us write over here. So this is nothing but 30 plus 10.11 minus J 7.020 is equals to I1 into this bracket 36 plus J24. Is that fine? Okay. So I can directly add these values. Okay. So 30 and 10.11 can be directly added. So it is going to become 40.11 minus J 7.020 is equals to I1 36 plus J24. Okay. Now let us go to the next page. Minus 40.11 minus J 7.020 is equals to I1 into bracket 36 plus J24. Right? Okay. Now let us convert this rectangular quantity, these two rectangular quantities, into again r and theta. So let us go for first one. So 40.11 minus J 7.020, we are going to convert it into r and theta. Okay. So let us calculate by means of formula. So 40.11, it's a bracket square, plus minus of 7.020, it's a bracket square. So let me calculate this value under root of this. Okay, so this value is coming as 40 point, r is coming as 40.7196. Okay, let us now calculate theta. Theta is equals to tan inverse of b is what? Minus 7.020 and divided by 40.11. Is it fine? So let us calculate that again. So shift tan minus of 7.020 divided by 40.11. So it is coming as, theta is coming as minus of 9.92. Okay, fine. So this is represented as 40.71, or we can call this as a 72. Angle is minus 9.92. Okay, fine. Now let us convert 36 plus J24 into r and theta. So r is nothing but under root of 36 square plus 24. So it is coming as 43 point r is equals to 43.26. Okay, and now lastly convert, let us say theta. So theta is equals to tan inverse of 24 by 36. So it is coming as 33 point, theta is coming as 33.69. Is that fine? Great. So this is nothing but coming as 40.72, angle is minus 9.92. And now whenever we are going to take this term to the left hand side, so first I'm going to write it over here, this as 43.26, angle is 33.69. Okay, now let us take this term to the left hand side. So 40.72, angle is minus 9.92 divided by 43.26, angle is 33.69, right, is equals to I1. Okay, now let us divide this real values. So 40 divided by 43, let us calculate it. 40.72 divided by 43.26, it is coming as 0.94. So it is coming as 0.94, and then remember that it is nothing but a division of angles, so we need to subtract it. Okay, so 9.92 minus 33.69. So the minus are there, so it is going to get added, so therefore it is going to become minus of 43.61. So 0.96 and angle is minus 43.61 is the value of I1. So remember that by means of this you are going to find out the value of I1 and I2.